Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and today I just want to bring you guys another quick Rimworld tutorial about some of the defensive structures that you can build to protect your colony a little bit better, especially when you start getting hit with some tougher raids and some big manhunter packs. Now, all of these structures can be built with mostly basic materials. Here we're going to be using deadfall traps, walls, slate or stone tile of any kind really, sandbags, and then if you have them, these fire foam poppers. These fire foam poppers are incredibly useful, especially in a structure like a bunker, like I have here, because very often you'll go up against people as you start getting raiders that have better and better gear that are utilizing Molotov cocktails and incendiary launchers and just different ways to make fire. And instead of getting your base kind of lit up, even though none of this is very flammable, it's always good, I feel, to just have a fire foam popper just in case something goes out of control, especially since these are so easy to build. If we go over to the miscellaneous area, we can see it only costs 75 steel and 1 component, which in the grand scheme of things, once you get into a little bit later in the game, is not really a big deal. Now, one thing to note is I would not have your conduits going through the bunker like this, just because if any of these parts get lit up or blown up, it could just cause problems for the entirety of the bunker. I would have it going around it somehow. I just have it here just because I'm an idiot and this isn't perfectly made. You can see my bunker is a little jacked up. This is more or less to show you guys the concept and to show you guys that even without a perfect bunker, you can defend against a lot of different things. Now, right now, what we're going to be defending against is going to be an elephant manhunter pack. You can see here, there are 7 elephants coming at us. Elephants are very tough creatures, and you can sustain a lot of damage going up against them, but you can also get a lot of money if you manage to kill them all, especially a ton of meat, a ton of hide, and those tusks that you can sell or utilize for melee weapons, I guess, if you wanted to. Real quick, let's talk about some of these structures here that's going to be making up our defense area. First, you're going to notice that we have a hallway here. This hallway has a choke point 2 squares wide. The reason for this is so that our deadfall traps can be laid in a checkered pattern. This checkered pattern allows our colonists to weave and bob throughout these deadfall traps without taking any kind of injury, while opponents will often just walk straight through them, killing several raiders and a lot of animals as they walk on past. You'll also notice that I have some steel slag just kind of laying over here. That's because this area right over here is a dumping stockpile. I would suggest you make a dumping stockpile throughout your hallway so that the creatures that get caught in the hallway are just that much slower and are stuck in this funnel of death while you can put your men inside of the bunker to fire at them. Deadfall traps are surprisingly powerful, and you can make them from just about anything. If you go over to your architect and you go over to security and you click on deadfall traps, you can see that nearly any type of metal or stone can be made into a deadfall trap. The only difference is that some of them do more damage than others. Let's talk about the bunker itself. The bunker here has quite a few layers of defense. Obviously, first thing you'll notice is 3 layers of sandbags. You don't have to have this many sandbags. I just chose to have it to protect my colonists a little bit more and to force opponents to take that much more time to get into the bunker area. The second thing that you're going to notice is that there's tile throughout this bunker. The reason for this is that there's no grasses or trees or anything growing inside that could potentially get caught on fire. If somehow a fire is started, we've got a little fire foam popper here that just happens to encompass nearly the entirety of the bunker. The bunker can be used in defense from all angles. Even if mechanoids drop right over here perhaps, we can still get people into this area of the bunker and utilize its cover instead of being only able to utilize 1 or 2 sides. You're going to notice that this bunker here was originally designed as a room. The reason for this was so that I could put a roof on top of it, which brings all these tiles inside into the dark area. If you notice at the bottom left there, it says that it's dark. This will give anyone shooting at your colonists that are inside the bunker a triple accuracy deficit. The first accuracy deficit is going to be for your colonists hiding behind cover, hard cover, like any of these pillars. The second accuracy deficit is going to be for the sandbags, since sandbags can intercept rounds. And the third accuracy deficit is going to be because anytime an opponent is shooting into darkness, they take a penalty to their accuracy. Also, if there's any kind of weather or lightning or anything like that, your people will be covered and protected from the weather. Meanwhile, the opponents will have to deal with the weather as they come into the base area. Now, since we've got some of these elephants coming down here, let me stack up my men and show you how I would utilize them and protect them in this type of situation if I was going to use this bunker. First, I'm going to go ahead and recruit everyone that I would need for this assault. This is almost everyone on my team except for Dr. Destiny and Silver-Haired Devil. If you have less people, this will obviously still work, but we're up against a massive, difficult Manhunter pack. I'm going to start by moving all of my ranged people behind each one of these blocks. You've noticed that I have 6 blocks in every direction, so I can utilize up to 6 long-ranged fighters. I happen to have 6 long-range fighters, but I also have 2 melee fighters. Now I'm going to show you guys the weapons, and the melee weapons here aren't like amazing or anything. I do have some charge rifles and a couple of light machine guns, but there's nothing too out of the ordinary here. Also, no one's wearing really any armor at all, so do take that into consideration. Right now, I'm just micromanaging everyone and putting all of my long-ranged people right where all of these slots are so they can begin taking some pot shots at these elephants when they come through. And then my 2 melee weapon people, we have Jennifer here and Barrow, will be stacked one behind my ranged fighters so that they can jump into melee when we see these elephants attacking someone that's a ranged fighter. Alright, so I adjusted my guys a little bit. We've pretty much got everyone right about where I want them. You're going to notice that all of our damage attackers using ranged weapons here are in the front. They're going to be creating this like fatal funnel that all these different elephants are going to be moving down. And a lot of these elephants are going to be injured by these deadfall traps and slowed down by all this slag. I put my 2 melee fighters behind them to intercept elephants as they start breaking through here. Now right here, once you get the opportunity to finally fire with this incendiary launcher, try and choose the furthest elephant that you can. The reason why is because a lot of these elephants are going to be getting injured by these different deadfall traps and they're going to die. So his aiming is going to be wasted if he picks one of the elephants all the way in the front. So let's pick one of the elephants all the way in the back if we can and see how it works. We're going to choose this elephant right here. You can see one elephant is already down from the deadfall traps. Now Melton's going to be attacking, so let's go ahead and move her right around here. And the reason why is so she's not shooting our guys in the back. Oh yeah, there we go. A ton more damage. Now one thing to note about fire is you're going to notice that when one of these creatures is on fire, they run around just going completely insane instead of attacking. This is why the incendiary launcher is so strong against these animals. While they're here, let's see if we can take another pot shot with this incendiary launcher at this rearward elephant while the rest of these people are taking shots and doing a lot of damage. Alright, now's the time to check to see who these elephants are going to be attacking. Slow the game down and take your time because you don't want to lose any people if you can. Right now we can see this elephant is attacking Melton, so we're going to have to consider that. We're probably going to take Melton out of this fight and move Barrow up to intercept since she's our melee fighter. And over here, this elephant is also attacking Melton. So we'll put Jennifer on him as well. I went ahead and took God mode off real quick just so it doesn't look like my different people are invincible or anything. I was utilizing God mode to make these different creatures appear on the map so I could show you the different attacks that they might do and how to defend against them. Right here, our different people have started to intercept the elephants, but let's keep the ranged attackers away as far as we can while still having a good line of sight to attack. You'll notice that since this elephant is attacking Melton, I'm using Melton to run through this field of traps so that he can drag this elephant through them. The rest of these elephants are already pretty darn damaged, and really there's not much left to do at this point. We'll go ahead and put Jennifer on this elephant so she can attack it, and we'll put Bear on this elephant here so she can attack this one. Well, pretty much everyone's down at this point. The only thing left to do is to make sure that no one gets caught in any kind of crossfire. So let's go ahead and just start moving everyone out of the field of attack so that they're not attacking, especially when we have this many people in this small of an area. The rest of the individuals, we're just going to kind of stagger so that they're not shooting at each other in the back. And let's get Jennifer melee attacking this elephant right here and see how it goes. Excellent. Now you can see right here, normally Amy would be shooting Mari DeWitt in the back, so let's stagger him so that he has some good cover. Nice. All the elephants are down. Now that all the elephants are down, let's put out these fires, grab all this elephant meat, and melee attack the rest of them to death. I'm going to leave my melee attackers on draft, but it's fine to pretty much take everyone else off of draft so I can start putting out the fires and such. Let's go ahead and grab all these people right here and just take them off of draft so they can deal with all this crap going on. Now, Amy and Barrow are our melee attackers, so they're going to be the ones finishing off these elephants. These elephants have a ton of hit points, so if you just melee attack them regularly, it'll take forever. And there we go. And there you have it, everyone. All the elephants are dead. Oh, boy. How could I be so wrong? This poor elephant. Let's take a look at his health as he gets stabbed to death. There we go. A nice stab with the old gladius and another cut. And then finally the elephant is destroyed. Now you can see here, we've managed to kill all of the elephants. The damage that we took is very minor. We've got a little bit of a scratch here to the torso. And then we've got a couple of gunshots from our own people. And that's why you need to be cognizant of where you place your men so that you're not getting shot in the back and getting caught in the crossfire. And that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you guys how well that this setup works, even against creatures like elephants. The next time I'll be showing maybe some raiders with some long-ranged weapons or something, and we can see if we can hold up against those guys. But I think that killing 7 elephants and not really sustaining much damage and only really having to repair a couple of sandbags and rearm all these different deadfall traps is pretty darn good. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Until the next time, stay foxy and much love.